Okay, so all the people here for the presentation, please raise your hand. I will go in order of raised hands. Okay. And if you have any general queries, then you guys can let me know in the chat that you have a general query. And then after the presentation, I will like ask you to unmute and then you can share your general queries. So first I have is Swastik Banerjee.
Hello, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, sir. So can I share my screen?
Yes, yes, you can.
So is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible. Tell me the name of your task.
Yes, sir. I have made this presentation on predicting the future location data, okay, using Data IQ Data Science Studio. So
the name of task is
developing future location system.
Developing future location prediction system, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can start.
Yes, sir. So thank you. Good evening, everyone. I am Swastik Banerjee. I am from the Department of Computer Science and Machine Learning. I am currently doing my master's, and this is my first internship presentation with Hackveda. So let's get going now. So I have made this project on predicting the future location forecasting using the ETL tool called Data IQ Data Science Studio. So we need to know that what future location prediction system actually stands for. So in today's world, it has become increasingly important for us to deep dive into this deep learning field where we can almost accurately predict the future value for various logistics, transportation, emergency response, and in various other fields. Let's say if we want to board a cab, okay, so we need future location prediction system to be working on that app so that the driver can accurately predict where will the customer stand. So I have tried to harness this system almost 100% accurately using this ETL tool. So as we can see, we have a lot of use cases for this project. We also need to know how we have made this project possible. So I have used this Data IQ Data Science Studio, which is an ETL tool that stands for extract, transform, and load. So it is mainly used to perform complex data analysis. And we can also deploy quick machine learning models. We can also prepare our data, we can visualize our data, and we can do a lot of things on this tool. So now moving on, the first step is to prepare our location data set. So as per my internship course, I was provided the location dataset.csv. So I have worked on that dataset only. So the dataset contained, I can like scroll down a bit and you can see over here that the dataset contains latitudinal start, latitudinal end, longitudinal start, longitudinal end. So there were many values regarding the position of a person. So using this tool, we have prepared our data from the raw data we have got as a starting value to start with the project. So I have first removed all the rows, all the empty values in all the rows that were there. So that was the first step. The second step was to split the data set. After preparing the data, after doing data wrangling, we need to split the data set into training and testing so that we can apply our ML algorithms on that data. A common practice is to use a 70s to 30 or 80s to 20 ratio. I have used the 80:20 ratio to train and test my data. As you can see in the flow diagram here, the location data set was first uploaded, and I wrangled with that data to prepare my location data prepared. And after that, in the second step, we have done a splitting of the data into training and testing. So not only this presentation, I would also like to give a live demo of the project that I did. So moving on, we have implemented the famous random forest machine learning model on this data set. As you can see that random forest is a ensemble machine learning model where we have combined the results of many decision trees. So let's say if we get a result of 5 from decision tree 1, we get a result of 10 from decision tree 2, we get a result of, let's say, 15 from the decision tree 3, we get a averaging or a major voting of 10 from all these 3 decision trees. So for me, for the data set I used, random forest performed brilliantly for me. That's why I used this machine learning model. I used it to predict both the latitudinal and longitudinal values with almost 100% accuracy. I will show the tables after that, so you will know that how well it did. So as you can see in this data set, we have a prediction column and we have a latitudinal end column. So you can see over here that it has a value of 47.4237, and we have predicted almost accurately that 47.4237 and it has 4.3. So 4299 and 4.3 is almost like 100%. We get an accuracy of almost 99%. As you can see, we have also did the same thing for the longitudinal value. As we know that to predict a location, we need to predict both the latitudinal and longitudinal value. So as you can see in prediction as well, longitudinal end, it has a value of 8.555213, and we have predicted 8.5552129. So it was almost 100% accurate, as you can see. So this is our final flow diagram for our project. We have, as we discussed before, we have first wrangled with the data, then we have splitted the data. The training data set is over here. It contains 80% of the rows, and testing data set contains 20% of the rows. So from the training data set, we have predicted the latitudinal values, and we have also predicted the longitudinal values. So how do we get the prediction values? We use the remaining 20% testing data set to predict like how accurately we are getting the value. We get the predicted latitude data set, and we also get the predicted longitude data set. We combine both this data set to get the accurate value of a location of any point we want to predict. So that was my final flow diagram, as you can see. So this is a concluding paragraph I wrote over here regarding the very all the use cases that we have using this location system. So so if you have any questions, you can always ask me, anyone in this group. And we have concluded that by utilizing the power of Dataiku Data Science Studio using the random forest machine learning model, we were accurately able to predict both the latitudinal and longitudinal values to get the accurate location of any object, which allowed us to generate future locations of any object with almost 100% accuracy. Okay, so I'll deep dive into this workflow of mine. So this is the interface of the Dataiku Data Science Studio, and as you can see on the top left corner, we have this thing called recipe, we have this thing called data set, and we have this thing called model. So I'll go one by one. I'll start with the data set. Data set is nothing but a collection of huge amounts of data in an ordered way. As you can see over here, the blue boxes represent the data set. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data sets in the final flow diagram. You can see we have implemented 2 models. Both were the random forest model. As you can see over here in this rhombical green-like structure, we have the predicted latitude regression, the random forest regression model, and predicted longitude regression, the random forest longitude regression model. We have used both these models to predict our data. And for the recipes are a thing very much native to Data IQ Studio. It is kind of a no-code data analysis platform, I would say. They have these plugins to wrangle data. They have these plugins to split the data. This makes things easy for data analysis. So we have used total 6 recipes in our final flow diagram. As you can see, we can also view our data sets from here. This was the raw data set we used, the location data set that was, of course, given to me. So let it load. Okay, so it has got 1537 rows in total. So that's a thing to note. And after data wrangling, we have got the location data set prepared. So it has also got 1537 rows because there were no blank row. So we have got this prepared data set from that raw data set. And after training, we have got 1230 rows. That is the 80% of the total data set. So the remaining 20%, we used it for test purpose. We have this testing data that contains only 307 rows, as you can see. So that's how I did it. So that's how I got the predicted latitude data set which I wanted to have. It also contains 307 rows because we have implemented it on the testing data set, and we have got those great numbers over here, as I said before. And we have also got this predicted longitude in the same fashion. As you can see, it has got a similar amount of rows. So that was flow, that was data set, and there were recipes. This is for the data wrangling purpose, the compute location data set. The splitting purpose data set is over here. The training data set is over here. The testing data set is over here. So that's all from my side. If you guys have any questions, you can always ask me.
Okay, so I hope your presentation is done.
Yes,
right?
sir, my presentation is done. Yes, sir.
Just give me a second. So
yes,
I'm taking some name. Please confirm if you guys have presentation. So Manoj, Bhupani, and Narendra, as well as Hari Prasad, Pratik, Ritesh, and Vaishnav Yadav. So if you guys have any presentation, so do one thing, Vaishnav Yadav and Manoj and Bhupani. You guys can join Mr. Saurabh's meeting for your presentation. I have posted the link in the chat box. For you three, he will take your presentation today. Okay, you will not be giving your presentation to me. I have given the link in the chat box. So Vaishnav, you have raised your hand in the chat. So Vaishnav and Manoj and Bhupani. So you people can give your presentation to Mr. Saurabh. Okay, I have given the link in the chat. Okay, so Swastik, coming back to your review. See, you have given a really great presentation, but I would say your presentation was more focused towards explaining the task, and which was really well done. Okay, well explained, I would say, and well put together. So, but the thing is that you need to work on your presentation skills. Okay, explaining your explaining your task and giving presentation is a different thing, right? Because I can see that you are not actually using a PPT, right? So see, importance of PPT is that because you have a content like this where there is like, big text, like, lot of text is there. So when you are explaining it, it feels like you are explaining less and most of the content is actually written. And like, your viewers are supposed to read that. And second thing is that, can you go to your slide number 1?
Yes, sir, sure. Yes, sir.
No, not the introduction slide.
Okay, sir. Second, sir. Yeah.
So here you have said welcome to our presentation, right? So don't use words like this, right? Because it feels like it is a blog than a presentation, right? In PPT, what you're supposed to do is you need to have like a proper, like, points, I would say, not a text or not a paragraph, but a points. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
only include points, and what I would say is see how your text is only taking half of the screen, right?
Yes,
Your
sir.
paragraph is taking half of the screen and image is taking other half, right? So make sure that you only have 6 points which are only taking half of your screen in one slide. Okay, and
Okay, sir.
if needed, make a second slide. Okay, so that is a good
Okay.
thing. It is good for the visibility, and also it feels like you're explaining the points. Okay, that will be much more preferable so that your viewers can keep up with the presentation, right? Because the thing is that not many people are from the data science group, and they may find it
Yes,
like
sir.
really hard to keep up with the presentation, right? Some of the terminology that might come, they not understand it, right? So if you
Yes,
have
sir.
points, then they will have like they can see those terminologies, and maybe if they don't understand it, they can go and search it themselves later on, right? So
Yes,
that
sir.
is why we have points. And second is that your points are really helpful for you to explain the presentation really well, because you can see your points and then have your presentation in a step-by-step format where you are making sure that you are covering everything. Second is that when
Yes,
you are
sir.
explaining your task, it is good thing that you are just going over your task, and I really liked it, and I tell everyone to give your presentation in this format, but focus more on your result. Try to explain it more often, and in the conclusion part, try to include your your overall result also, and try to just explain the result that you have got. Okay, so that will be preferable. And second is that, as I said, just create a PPT. That will be much more better. And even if you are not creating a PPT, make sure that the format is like that. And second is that instead of just opening a browser, you can, I think, go in full screen mode, right? That will be much more better.
Yes, sir.
I think if you
Yes,
just
yes, sir.
press the F11 button, your web browser will be in full screen, right? So that
Yes,
will
sir.
be
Yes, sir.
looking much more better, right? And it will have a good I can say presentation like feel. Okay, so try to do these things because they are really important. Okay, so if you do it, then overall how you are doing a task, it looks really professional, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
try to work on these things. Other than that, I would say you have really well done on the demo part as well as explaining your task, but just work on your overall, I would say, the content that you are putting in your PPT. Okay, your explanations
Okay,
are
sir.
great, but I would say you can also add some more energy. Okay, try to work on
Okay,
your
sir.
hook part. Second of all, it is
Okay.
just all well and good. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, thank you, Swastik. So I think we can move on to
Yes,
Subhi.
sir.
You can stop the screen share. Yeah, thank you.
Am I audible?
See, you are audible. Can you tell me the name of your task and as well as give me your email? Yeah, give me your email in the chat, please.
Yes, sir.
Just give me a second. Let me check if you are scheduled for the presentation.
So should I start sharing my screen?
Is your task name future location prediction system?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll start.
So is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Myself, Subhi Vashne. Today, I'm going to give a presentation on future location prediction system. These are the content of my presentation, which will be covered one by one in the upcoming slides. So overview of this project. This project aims to provide users with an accurate model of future location prediction. This model uses lasso regression in XGBoost for training the model, and this model is created using Data IQ DSS. Now the question arises, what is Data IQ DSS? So it is an end-to-end machine learning platform which combines visual tools, notebooks, and codes that addresses the needs of data scientists, data engineers, etc. Now the introduction. So future location prediction has recently gained great attention from researchers due to its importance in application areas such as traffic flow prediction, weather forecast, and network source optimization. So how it works? Location prediction uses users' historical data to train the prediction model and then predicts the next location of the user. It usually involves collecting, obtaining significant places from the trajectory history, and then predicting the location with a certain statistical model. This is the flow chart, which will explain step by step in the recent upcoming slides. First is this location data set, which is visible here. This location data set has 1,537 rows, followed by 7 features, which are namely ID, event time start, event time end, latitude start, latitude end, and longitude end. Further, I'll explain here how I predicted the latitude. First, I predicted latitude using lasso regression. I predicted longitude using XGBoost. Regression, it's really important. And overfitting. Linear regression, which is used to estimate between variables, input and output. And the overfitting occurs when the model fits the training data very closely. In other words, we can say overfitting occurs when the model performs very good on the training data set, but performs very badly on the testing data set. What is lasso regression? Shrinkage and selection operation to improve the model, prevent over without regularization. Comes complex noise the data. Regression
I think she's having some internet issues, so we'll wait for 1 minute. If she doesn't join, then we'll continue. Yeah, Subhi, you can continue.
Yes, sir, sorry for the bad connection.
Yeah, please turn your camera on, share the screen.
Yes, sir. Am I visible now, sir?
Your screen is loading. Yeah,
Is my
now.
screen visible now?
Yes, you have it.
Okay, sir. Yes. So I was explaining lasso regression, how lasso regression addresses the issue of overfitting. Issue of overfitting by introducing a regularization term to the loss function. This term is an absolute value of the sum of coefficients multiplied by lambda, also known as tuning parameter, which brings the values close to the mean value. The lasso regression term is defined as follows. Now, the question arises, why lasso regression is really popular and valuable technique in the field of statistical modeling, but other than that, to select lasso regression, first is feature selection. So lasso regression tends to derive some coefficients to exactly 0, which makes the feature selection process really easy. In situations where we have really large number of In the data set provided to us, there were only 7 features, but there are various data sets where the number of features are really high, and we only want to focus on the important ones which give us really good results. This lasso regression is very beneficial. Regularization and overfitting control. So lasso regression introduces a penalty term based on the absolute value of coefficients. Furthermore, versatility, lasso regression is really very versatile and can be applied in various contexts such as linear regression, logistic regression, and various other models. Now, these are the metrics of the lasso regression which I applied. These are the scores which I obtained while applying the lasso regression on the given. You can see variance, mean absolute error, mean absolute percentage error, and many more. Now I'll predict the longitude using XGBoost. XGBoost or extreme gradient boosting is a very powerful and popular machine learning technique known for its efficiency, high speed, and performance. It falls under the category of ensemble learning. Now the question arises, what is ensemble learning? So it's a process in which decision is taken from multiple machine learning models. One can see from the image which I have attached on the left-hand side that here the single model is trained using random forest and then the prediction is made. Whereas in ensemble learning, we train the model using KNN, SVM, decision tree, as well as random forest, and then test the models using various regular algorithms. And then using the aggregate of them, we find the final algorithm which gives the best solution. So the main features of XGBoost include regularization. It uses lasso and ridge regularization techniques to control the complexity. Further, it uses tree pruning to remove the branches that do not contribute much to the training loss, resulting in more efficient and effective trees. It also handles the missing values by itself, and it is known for its parallel processing and feature importance. I have explained the gradient boosting on the left-hand side. One can see that the model is trained, and then the trained model is again used on the other data set. Further, it is used to calculate the result. Now, these are the metrics for XGBoost. These are all the actual number of trees, maximum depth, and maximum delta step, and all the values which are really important to understand how well the algorithm performed. Now, this is the result which I got on performing the lasso regression in XGBoost. One can see the error on the I guess, few number of rows, and then absolute error and relative error. On application, now where this future location prediction is used. So future location prediction is used in traffic flow prediction to detect the movement of people and vehicle, giving rise to dazzling array of location-based application. Also, it can be used in early warning system to provide them warning, giving them time to vacate the area. There might be a natural disaster. Also, location prediction helps us to locate the suspicious users who make extreme use of internet and then make abusive comments on the internet. And to conclude, I would like to say that next location prediction has recently gained great attention from researchers due to its importance, which is different application areas. But there are various challenges in the next location prediction also. One of the challenges is that no one knows where the human tendency is, that they go places and they do not have a fixed pattern. They are not predictable. The second challenge is to understand where the pattern. This is the end of my slide. I conclude. And here are the references.
Okay, so I hope you are done with your presentation.
Yes, sir.
See, your presentation needs some improvement, okay, because first of all, again, there is lot of text, okay, so try to make your presentation point wise. And second is that you can greatly improve your presentation if you use more examples, I would say. Okay, you explained about lasso regression and other statistical concepts, right? But try to use more simple example, because when you are giving presentation, next time when you come, always think that you are going to give this presentation to someone who is not from the data science background, right? Because let us say when you are explaining this to a client, he will probably not get anything, right? He will not understand anything. So always
sir.
come with that mindset. And second is that your presentation is good, but I think it can be like, improved, right? Because the task that you have done, it is more preferable if it is a live demonstration than having a screenshot, right? Because I don't think you were really able to explain everything from the screenshot itself, right? So if it is live, then you can explain a lot more things and it will be much more easier for you to explain, right? So
Yes, sir.
work on that part. Other than that, I would say it is okay, but there are some slightly improvements that you can do. I hope you will be doing that in next time, right?
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Thank you so much. So next is, I believe, Narendra.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Good evening. So name of your task is?
Sir, second. Sir, my task is to build a Google crawler for digital marketing and sending mails using Google SMTP using Python programming.
Okay, so is it develop Hackveda business operation script in Python?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can start.
Good evening, sir. My name is Narendra Kumar. I'm from Python programming group. And my task was to build a Google crawler for digital marketing and sending mail using Google SMTP using Python programming. And coming to this slide, we have a table of contents here, which will be going on through this presentation. Coming to the introduction part, our main focus in this presentation is to demonstrate how automation can significantly enhance operational efficiency in digital marketing tasks. Throughout this session, we will showcase the power of web scraping and automated email sending. We have developed a Google crawler for Python using Python libraries such as requests, from which we efficiently scrape relevant marketing data from targeted web pages. Our crawler navigates through multiple pages and extract the data we need from the websites. And then the collected data will be stored in a structured format. And from that, we will gain a valuable insights to optimize our marketing strategies. This slide contains a code of our digital marketing crawler. We have imported some Python modules such as pandas, requests, JSON, and datetime. The request module is a Python library used for making HTTP requests to interact with web services and APIs. And it allows developers to fetch data or to perform various actions on web servers easily. Coming to pandas, pandas is a popular open source library in Python designed for data manipulation and analysis. And it is particularly suited for working with structured data. JSON stands for JavaScript object notation. JSON represents data in a structured manner. It is similar to Python dictionaries. In Python, date and time and delta are two important modules available in the standard library for working with dates, times, and time interval. And here, the user is asked to input a keyword. Then the code loops through the specified site list, which we have provided here, and modifies the keyword to include the site parameter, which then modified, limits the search to given site using the site operator. Then the modified keyword is used to construct the Google custom search API URL, which is Google URL here. The script send a network request to Google using request.get method to retrieve search results. The response from Google is stored in a JSON object using JSON.loads. The code extracts the titles of search results from JSON response and removes unwanted text before appending them to the question list here. And here Cora will be the unwanted text which will be removing. After completing the search for all specified sites, the question list is converted into pandas data frame. This is the pandas data frame. After this, data frame is converted into CSV file using the below code. And this is the CSV file which we got from that code. Coming to this slide, we have our automated email sender, which is built with Python and Google SMTP, where SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Through Python's SMTP library, we can establish a secure SMTP connection with Google servers. And here is the code to send email using SMTP. The function send mail is defined with the two parameters, email content and attachment path. Email content for email message body and attachment path for file path of attachment. The sender's email address, password, and receiver's email address are defined. The MIME multipart object named message is created representing the email message. The sender, receiver, and the subject of email are set using the respective header. The email content is attached as the message body to the message object using MIME text with HTML subtype. The attachment file is extracted from attachment path, and the file is opened in a binary mode. The MIME object named payload is created with the application type and octet stream subtype. The content of the attachment file is read and set as the payload of the payload object. The content is then encoded using base 64 with encoders.encode base 64. The attachment is added to the message object using content disposition header and header with the file name obtained earlier. The connection is then established to the Gmail SMTP server, smtp.gmail.com on port 587, sorry. The connection is secured using start TLS method. Then the sender logs into the SMTP server using email address and password. The email is converted to string format using message.asString. Then the mail is sent to the receiver's mail using session.sendMail, sender address and receiver address and text. The SMTP session is closed using session.quit. If any occurs during the process, the error message will be printed using this code. Here in the example usage section at the end, the send mail function is called with email content and attachment path values to send a mail with a specified content and attachment to the receiver's email address. In this slide, we have attached a mail screenshot which we got from this code. Coming to this slide, the results from the tasks are: we will get a relevant marketing data from the targeted websites using Google crawler, and we will be able to send marketing emails with Python program. And also we got to know the effectiveness of automation in digital marketing. We have faced some challenges during this task. Those are particularly in our automated email sender. We used to get an error when we enter our Gmail password because Google recently have changed the access to the less secure apps. So because of this, we were not able to log in through our Gmail password. So to overcome this error, we have created an app password in the Gmail security setting. Then we used that password to log in. And at last we were able to send a mail. Coming to the conclusion section, from this task, we have gained a proficiency in Python and web scraping techniques, and also got to know the value of automation for operational efficiency, and also learned how Python is used for automation. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you, sir. Any questions and suggestions?
So I hope your presentation is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, your presentation was okay, well explained, I would say, when it comes to your task. But next time, what I would recommend is that, see, you are able to explain your task. Okay, you have given a demonstration, but there are some things where you can improve. So work on your overall presentation skills, right? The way you are giving the presentation. Second is that when you have a lot of code, instead of explaining your code line by line, try to use flow chart, right? That will be much more interactive and it will look like a presentation, right? And
Yes, sir.
second is that focus more on your output that you are getting. I think you explained your entire task really well, but output was not really that well explained, right? And second is that it is also good to emphasize more on how everything is working. Let us say how crawlers is working, and when you let us say hit enter, right? So something is happening in the backend, right? So explain what is happening and how you are able to do that. That will show that how deep is your understanding regarding this task, right? So you can improve it like that. Other than that, I would say it is okay. Just work on your overall hook and story. That then it will become much better, right?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. So next is Ritesh Lad. No,
Am I audible, sir?
yes, you are audible. Okay, so your name of task is develop future location prediction system.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start.
So myself, Ritesh Lad. I am from DY Patil College of Engineering and Technology. I am AIML engineer. Currently, I am intern in Hackveda Limited. The task I have been allotted is a future location prediction system using data IQ in machine learning. So let's start with the introduction. Location prediction plays a crucial role in various industries and applications. It enables business to make informed decisions based on geographic insights. For example, retail store placement, targeted marketing, logistic optimization. Future location prediction system is also used in different sectors such as traffic control, location-based advertising, mobile network management, etc. So what is data IQ? Data IQ is a leading end-to-end machine learning and artificial intelligence platform. It offers a user-friendly interface for data preparation, modeling, and deployment. Data IQ supports a wide range of algorithms and data connectors for seamless analysis. So why to use data IQ? Data IQ has made it very easy to deploy API services. Also, data IQ has some pre-built integrations to cloud that can be very useful for our implementation. So what is AWS? Everybody knows about Amazon Web Services. It is a leading cloud provider, global infrastructure. It has a scalable and flexible properties. It has a broad service portfolio, and AWS provides a robust security that we can perform any project in these web services with no worries. So we'll be using AWS to create instance and perform the implementation of our project. So we'll be using lasso regression for our machine learning model. So lasso regression is a regularization technique for a linear type of regression. It has some features such as feature selection. It automatically selects relevant location features, overfitting prevention. It reduces overfitting, improves generalization, interpretability. It supports models for easy interpretation of results, improved accuracy, enhances future location prediction accuracy. So next is a XGBoost. XGBoost algorithm is a powerful gradient boosting algorithm for regression and classification. These are the some features of XGBoost algorithm. It enables learning, aggregate multiple decision trees for improved accuracy, feature importance, handling non-linearity, and high performance. So let us go ahead with a demonstration of our project. I have added some screenshots of my demonstration. So let's go ahead with this. So first we have to create an AWS account and create an instance on the EC2 dashboard, which I have named with future location prediction. with the data IQ sandbox. We have to select the data IQ sandbox. As it is a trial, it is a free tier. So we have launched the instance. So when we launch the instance, we get a public IPv4 address. We have to copy this address and paste in the browser to open a data IQ DSS. So first we have to put our information. Then this DSS provides us with a login ID and passwords. We have to log in and enter the password. So this is the data IQ DSS platform. So we have to create a new project name with the future location prediction system. We have now uploaded the dataset. The dataset is provided by the team, which has around 1500 entries, which event time starts, event time end, latitude start, longitude start, latitude end, and longitude end. So we can see the data here. So we have to create our first model to deploy this model. So we are predicting the latitude end. So first we have to predict the latitude end, then the longitude end. So we are going to predict the latitude end and using the regression as a lasso regression, as we discussed earlier. So we are using the R2 score because we have to make a comparative model on the basis of R2 score. So we have selected all these entities, but not longitude end, because we have to predict the latitude end. So we have to train this model as it is fitting the algorithm. As we are seeing this as 100% accuracy, which usually gets when we train the model. So we have to deploy this model, and this is our first deployment of prediction of destination latitude. Prediction of destination latitude. So if you want to extract it with a Python code, we can get a Python code when we extract with a Jupyter notebook. So this is the code which is running on the backend. We can see here is a Pearson correlation, that is accuracy of around 99%. So we are going to evaluate our model with related to the location dataset that we have been provided. So here is our half workflow, where we have predicted latitude on the basis of location dataset with a ratio of 80-20, with that is 80% test and 20% train. The next here we can see the prediction column has been added to the datasets. So we have predicted the latitude end. Here we can see 38.76, 38.78. That is almost 100% accuracy. Now the same we have to do with the longitude end. The how we have predicted the latitude end, we are going to predict the longitude end on the basis of latitude end. We are using Exibos algorithm to predict the longitude end. This is the R2 score, and here we have predicted the longitude end with almost 100% accuracy. So this is our final workflow, where we have predicted the longitude end on the basis of latitude end. So as a conclusion, we build the future location prediction system on the basis of provided dataset. Lasso-LAS is the used for predicting latitude, and Exibos is used for predicting longitude. Using both the algorithms is suitable to give us a best accuracy for prediction of future location. So let me know, is there any questions regarding the topic?
So I think your presentation is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, well done on the explanation, I would say. Well put together and well explained. But again, as I said, live demonstration is much more preferable. And you said that you are getting 100% accuracy, right?
Yes, almost
So,
100%. Sir.
So why do you think that is the case?
Sir, we are getting as a Pearson correlation 0.99. It is almost 99% accuracy.
Yeah. So why is that? How is the model working and giving you the accurate model?
It is giving on the basis of training and testing.
So how is that possible?
So we are training 80% and testing 20%. So on the basis of that, we are
Okay,
getting that
see,
90% accuracy.
Okay, wait, see the scenario. When you are getting a really high accuracy, right? Then there are three, there are four possible situations that might be happening. Either you have done everything correctly, okay, and you
Yes.
are getting right result. Second is that either you are applying a wrong model. Fourth is that either there is some problem with the data set, and third is either there is some problem with the data set, and fourth is that you are getting the result, but it might not be accurate. It is just showing you that it is accurate, but you are making some kind of mistake. So what do you think is the situation? Are you doing really good and that is why you are getting it, or there might be some other issues?
I think, sir, we have input. We have got input with the Lassolat's algorithm and Exibus algorithm. They're almost giving us high accuracy.
Yeah, why is that? See, this
Sorry.
is where you need to improve, right? You have made a
Yes.
model, right? And
Yes.
you got a result. So
Yes,
be confident about that result, right? Because you got the result, correct? And you know how you got that result. So just explain how you got that result. Don't explain the steps, right? That I trained the model and this. Try to see insights of your model, like how model is actually working, how XGBoost is working, how it is actually working on the input data, and then what output you will be expecting. Let us say if I have a function of x and y where I am returning x plus y, right? That means my input will be x and y, correct?
yes.
And what will be my return?
X plus Y.
That is sum, right? So
Yes.
here I know my input, I know how it is working. It is just adding x and y. And I also can expect an output, right? That my output will be sum of x and y, right? So that is the problem. You know that this is the function and this is the input. You know what steps is happening inside the function, x and y is happening, but you don't know how it is actually working, correct? So you have just know that there is a function of sum and x and y is going there and it is returning that value, but you don't know what is happening inside that function, correct? So that is the situation. So I would say do more research on your topic. Okay, don't when you say you are doing a future location prediction, the thing is that there are a lot of content that is available on the internet and a lot of people just refer that, right? But your task is not to refer it, but actually understanding. We never said that you cannot refer it. That is why in your intern tracker, there is a place called as references, right? We
Yes, sir.
want you to refer those to them. But the point is that when you refer them, you are supposed to understand the working, right? So work on that part. Second of all is that if you understand that, then your overall presentation will also improve, right? So based on the knowledge that you had and based on the task that you have done, you have performed really well. But I want more thorough presentation next time, right? I want more in-depth research on the topic, right? So work on that. Overall, I would say you are going really well. Just try to improve the quality of content. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you,
Uh,
Ritesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your guidance.
Yeah. Thank you, Ritesh. So I believe you are the last person who have raised the hand. So all the other people who are remaining for the presentation, please raise your hand. Okay. Pratik.
Hello, sir. I am visible. I am audible
Yes, you are audible. Please turn your camera.
as well as visible.
No, you are not visible. Please turn your camera and let me know the name of your task. Please turn your camera on and share the screen. Pratik Raut. Is there anyone else left beside Pratik for the presentation? So Swastik has given presentation, Narendra, Ritesh, and Subhi has also given presentation.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
So you have joined from two different devices, I believe.
No, sir.
I can see two different devices. Yeah, now you are actually visible.
Sir, I left and joined again.
Okay,
I
you
was
can
not
go
able
ahead.
to.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I am
Okay.
visible.
Yes, you are visible. Tell me the name of your task.
My task was future location prediction system.
Okay, share the screen and then you will show.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
It is loading. Just wait. Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay, sir. Uh, Good evening, sir. My name is Pratik Raut. I am from DY Patil College of Engineering. I am currently pursuing my BTech degree from CSC AIML, and my topic of presentation was future location prediction system. Let's go to the presentation content. That was the content of my presentation. As I explained for a whole presentation. First of all, I'll explain the what is the future prediction and task introduction. Then application. Then what is data IQ and why we use data IQs. And then lesson. Then XG boost, demonstration of the my project and project workflow, conclusion, Q&A session, and then thank you slide. Let's move to the what is future prediction. Future prediction is nothing but the predict is the way of to use the data and technology where we guess the thing and might or happen in the future. Let's understand with better with the example. Imagine a truck of a food loaded with the food where we should park. We know the where should we park the truck that can attract the customer, the future here our project came into the picture. Future location prediction came into the picture where past customer locations, events, whether the best spot to sell the food. Here, uh, here with the definition, and my task allotted was the future prediction system using the data IQ. Then I set up the data IQ with a AWS EC2 instance. Then use the provided data set and tools like a data IQ to create the model, analyze, train, visualize the data. Here we see on my slide. Then comes the application of a future location prediction system where we can use our project. First is in businesses, then in disaster management, then in improved transformation and traffic management, then in climate change mitigation and urban planning. In business, we can use the future prediction system for targeting the marketing and sales to target the customer for their buy their based on their in disaster management we can use the our project to predict the disaster and plays the important role to predict the natural disaster like floods, earthquake, etc. And third application was the improved transportation and traffic management. traffic management. Future prediction system predict the target traffic to optimize the transport. Future prediction system tells us that the where should the more traffic and traffic we should avoid going through those roads and etc. And this led to be a less consumption of resources, less fuel use, and save our time, save our important time. And then climate change mitigation, we can also analyze the climate change mitigation, climate change mitigation. And next one is urban planning. Urban planning, we can future develop urban cities with our project, like developing the smart city, converting the urban cities to the smart city. We can also predict the by using our project future prediction system. Then we important as what is data IQ. What is data IQ? What is data IQ? Data IQ is a collaboration of data science software platform to use the sources of a data by the data professional, data scientist, data engineer and market teams. Here are the some important features of the data IQ: data preparation, visual data, AutoML, collaboration, flexibility, and governance and security. Data preparation means we can prepare the data by means extracting the data from the data sets and transform into the meaningful format and load into our model. And we can also visualize the data by using data IQ software. And third one is AutoML. AutoMLs came into the picture where the students or user might have a low knowledge of software or data science, which can also handled by the data IQ, that is AutoML. And collaboration is nothing but the collaboration with the different softwares, like importing the data from the various sources like Excel size, our devices, cloud platform, and etc. Then flexibility of a data is we can extract the data into various languages like Python, R, Scala, etc. And governance and security are the provided by the this data IQ software. And then we use the lasso regression. Let's understand better with the let's understand what is actually the lasso regression. Lasso regression is the algorithm that eliminates the unnecessary and irrelevant information from the dataset for the better accuracy of a prediction model. Here lasso means lasso stands for the least absolute shrinkage and selection operator. And lasso regression uses the L1 regularization technique, which is lasso regression, and L2 regularization technique was ridge regression. Ridge regression. Here we can see in the definition of lasso regression, and lasso stands for least absolute shrinkage and selection operator, as I tell, and uses the regularization technique. Why lasso regression technique we used in our project? Because of the more accuracy we got to predict the latitude. I predict the latitude by the lasso regression, and I got the more accuracy by using the lasso regression. That's why I use the lasso regression and model interpretability. Then XGBoost. Let's understand what is actually the XGBoost that we used in our in your project. XGBoost is a algorithm which is powerful machine learning algorithm that can use to predict the model based on our data set. Here are the some important features of the XGBoost. High accuracy, Ensemble learning, feature importance, handling null linearity, high performance, etc. Let's do the demonstration of my task. Has I attached the screenshot of my task I done. First of all, create an instance in a AWS platform. Here name has the future location prediction system. Here we got, after starting the instance, public IP address, that then I pasted to the browser. Then I here Amazon AWS provide integrated IQs where we need to don't need to install in our desktop. Then continue with that. Then launching the instance. Then we provide we got this IP address from, I created my account. Then Data IQ provided my login and password, that and admin I included and login. And then we started creating the project. Project name has project future location prediction system, and here we got the project key. Then create our project. Then start with the start with the location dataset and import the location dataset from my system. Here we see the our dataset had we got. In our dataset ID, events time start, events time end, latitude start, longitude start, latitude and longitude end. We need to work on that to predict the latitude and longitude. Then we use the quick prototype to predict the latitude end. Then choose the algorithm. I use the lasso regression for predicting the lasso regression, and then train the model R2 score. Then train my model. Here we need the some feature handling, event time start, event time end, latitude start, and longitude start. Then I train my model. Here then train my model. Here training is done. After training, here we got our train lasso regression by the R2 square of 100%. And then predict latitude in this latitude end. Here we got the predicted destination latitude from our location dataset. And here we see it, we imported the that code running in the background, imported to the Jupyter library, and here we got the Pearson correlation. And then first model is done. As we see either here, job succeed, and then run the our model. Here you can see the new column is add prediction. Had you as we see the latitude end and the prediction longitude and the prediction value is much similar to and not difference in the here. And then workflow from the latitude stand and predicted latitude score. Here we comparison the whole algorithm why we use the XGBoost for the more accuracy. And as we all see that the random forest gives the nearly 50% accuracy, gradient descent tree the 50, all the algorithm gives the 50% accuracy. And that's why we use the RG boost algorithm for predicting the longitude end. Conclusion of my project. Build the future prediction system with a relevant data set. Predict the latitude start with the lasso regression, and predict the latitude with the RGBoost algorithm. And then from using the both the algorithm, we got the more accuracy. That's why we use the lasso regression and RGBoost regression. If you have any question, ask me. Hello.
Okay, so I hope your presentation is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, first of all, good presentation, I would say, well explained. The start was also good. Okay. But in the middle part, somewhere your explanation was not quite like, well followed. So try to like, give more example when you are explaining the statistical concepts. Try to simplify your explanation, I would say. Second is that when you are giving the demonstration, try to make live demonstration. Let us say you have already done a demonstration, right?
Okay.
So you can show that demonstration that you have done it. And second is that
Yes,
you
sir.
need to work on your project explanation skill. Okay. I think it was quite
Okay.
rushed and also not everything was well explained. Second is that again, can you tell me why you have like a really high accuracy?
Sir, we are predicting with the provided data set, and then we train more accurately. And I compared all the algorithm, and after comparing that, we analyzed that the all the algorithm give the nearly 50% accuracies. And as I studied that the RG boost and lasso regression gives the more accuracy as compared to the other algorithm. That's why I used both that algorithm to predict the latitude and longitude.
So what is the accuracy you are getting?
90% nearly.
Okay. In which model?
In what, sir?
In which model you are getting 99% accuracy?
Longitude end. In
Okay.
longitude end.
So can you explain me how it is actually working?
Sir, after train, first of all, we comparing the latitude star and longitude star. Then we create the model and concatenate it to the data set, and then compare to the data set, and then train model accurately through the entire step to train the model by using the lasso regression and RG boost regression. Mm, uh, and
See,
then we
okay, stop. See, you are explaining the steps that you have performed during this task, right? You are not actually explaining how your model is actually working. So again, I would say same thing to you also. So explain like how it is working, okay, instead of just following a predefined steps that you have, right? So we have decided to go for data IQ because you don't have to code a lot of things. You can just do a lot of things on the GUI, correct? So the entire your task was to understand how it is working behind the scenes, right? So work on that part. And second is that also see why some models were giving you 50% accuracy and some were giving you 90%, right? So
okay, sir.
also work try to find out why that is the case, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Pratik.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir, for your guidance. And sorry, sir, for it's for my first project. That's why I attached to the screenshot. I don't know the live demonstration was happening there in presentation. That's why I attached the screenshot for better understanding of my task allocation to me. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
sure.
consider.
See, the thing is that live demonstration is preferable. It is not compulsory, right? So it is okay if you have screenshot, but this kind of project can have live demonstration, right? So that is why I
Yeah.
just told you. But if your task is something that you cannot have a live demonstration, then it is completely fine to just create a video or screenshot and attach it.
Yes, sir. It was my first. I understand and work on it next time.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So is there anyone else left for the presentation? Please raise your hands, else I think we can conclude the session here for the day. So please raise your hand if you have presentation. or if you have any general queries regarding your anything. So I will wait for 10 seconds. If no one raises their hand, then I will conclude the session here. Also, you can also type in the chat if you have any queries. Okay, so I think we are done with everyone here. Swastik, Subhi, Ritesh, and Narendra also. So Pratham, do you have any presentation or general queries? Else we can conclude the session for the day.
Good afternoon, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Need to give my presentation on the candles tasks related to candlestick.
Okay, you can start. Please share the screen.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Pratham Golhani. Today, I'm going to give presentation on analyzing financial data, reading CSV, and plotting candlestick pattern in Python. As financial analysts, we often rely on technical analysis to gain insights into the market trends and make informed decisions. Candlestick charts are popular and powerful tool for visualizing price movement and patterns in financial data. We will explore the steps taken to read and pre-process the data, the process of plotting candlestick pattern using Plotty, and insights gained from the visual. In this analysis, I have utilized two Python libraries for data pre-processing and visualization. First one is Pandas. The Pandas is a versatile library that allows us to manipulate and pre-process our financial data efficiently. And second one is Plotty. Plotty provides interactive visual capabilities, enabling us to create engaging and insightful candlestick charts. Now, the first step is data pre-processing. To ensure accurate and meaningful visualization, we first need to pre-process our financial data. Here are the steps we took. First one is reading the CSV data. We use Pandas read CSV function to import the financial data and create data frame for further analysis. Second step is converting date to date time. The date column was converted to date time format to facilitate time-based analysis. Third step, storing the data, sorting the data. To maintain chronological representation, we sorted data frame based on the date column used using sort underscore values. Handling the missing values. Any missing data was handled using forward field to maintain data continuity. Here is the implementation of all the steps. As we can see, we have read the CSV file, then converted date to date time, and sorted the data set, and finally, if there are any missing values, we have also fixed it. Now, candlestick. Now, some information about candlestick charts. Candlestick chart have rich history, originating in Japan during 18th century to analyze price contract. Today, they are widely used in technical analysis. Each candlestick represents the price of movement over a specific period of time. Now, candlestick structure. A single candlestick consists of four main components: the open, high, low, close prices for the given time period. The rectangular shaped body of the candlestick represent the price range between the open and the close prices. It is colored differently based on whether the closing price is higher or lower, usually in red and green, than opening price. The lines extending above and below the body are called wicks or shadows. They represent the price range between the high and low prices during the time period. Now, candlestick chart visualization. Now let's us move to the visualization part. Here is how we created the candlestick using plotty. First one, creating plotty figure. We use plotty's go figure function to create blank figure, which we added the candlestick chart. Second step, the open, high, low, and close prices were used to plot each candlestick on the chart. Third step, we customized the chart's layout with title, x-axis title, and y-axis title for better clarity. Here is the code that implements the same. Here you can see that we have used go figure function, and we have provided all the data related to it, and we have customized the layout, and finally we plot the chart. Here is the result. We can see um, after running the code. And finally, the interactive candlestick chart provide valuable insights to the financial data. Here are the some key takeaways. Identification of trend. We can visually identify bullish and bearish trends, help us to understand the market's decision. Second one is support and resistance level. The chart reveals potential levels where prices have been historical, stalled, or reversed. Third takeaway is momentum and volatility. Candlestick patterns and arrangement offer insights to the price and momentum and market volatility. Conclusion. We can conclude that candlestick charts are powerful tools for analyzing financial data and identifying potential market trends. And interactive visualization enhances our ability to make informed trading decisions. Now, I will give my project demonstration. Sir, can you see the whole screen?
Yes, I can see the post.
So, sir, yeah, this is whole code, and here we can see that we have read the CSV file. I have provided the link, the CSV file. I have read it, then did all the data pre-processing over here, and then finally I have plotted the candlestick chart, and I have run it. So this is the candlestick chart. If we zoom in on the chart, we can see that it shows open, high, low, close values of the stocks of Bank of Baroda, and the given date and the time. Thank you. This is my presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay, so I hope your presentation is done. See, work on your presentation skills. Okay, so when you are giving a presentation, you are supposed to only have points and then you are explaining the point. But in your presentation, you were mostly just reading the points, right? And I think that was also not well practiced, right? There was a point of momentum and volatility. You were getting confused there. And second thing is that when you are explaining, focus more on like explaining your output, right? Don't just show the output, explain it. Your code can also be like, I think it can be well explained. Okay, try to use flowcharts to explain it. Or let us say when you are go to your slide number 3, I think, go to slide number 3. Before that. So analysis, what was the slide number 2?
Slide number
2.
Sure.
Yeah. So see, you have great points here written here, right? So it can like help you create a really good hook and story. Okay. So instead of just reading from the points, try to like expand your explanation. I would say have more in-depth explanation about your topic. You can talk about your data set, talk about how things are working, as well as you can talk about performance, and as well as you can talk just talk about your overall development phase also. That will also be fun. Okay. So work on your presentation skills, because you see your presentation is good, output is also coming, but when you are giving a presentation, it is different from just showing your task. Okay. So work on your presentation skills. I would recommend you to watch the references of how other people have given the presentation on the same task. Okay. And next time when you are giving presentation on the different task, make sure that you watch the reference, see how they are performing, and then create your presentation according to that. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Pratham. Then you can stop the screen share. We'll move on to Khateja Sayyed. Yeah. Hello, Khateja. Why you are not yeah, tell me the name of your topic.
Today I'll be presenting the HDFC stock prices and the plotting of graph in Adalo.
Please share the screen with us.
Sure. Let me just adjust this just a second. Okay. Good evening, everybody. This is Khateja Sayyed, and today I'll be presenting real-time stock market data web application, and we will see the HDFC Bank CSV file data and plotting of graph in Adalo. Let's say that you are in a financial analyst working for a hedge fund. That is a task. The task you are assigned with is analyzing the historical stock prices of HDFC Bank, a large Indian bank. And you need to be able to quickly and easily identify the highs and lows of the stock price over time in order to make informed investment decisions. Traditionally, you would have to manually download the stock price and from a website and then plot it on a graph using spreadsheet program. However, this is time consuming and error prone process. With Adalo, you can automate this entire process. You can use Adalo's built-in features to read the CSV file containing the stock price data, plot a graph of highs and lows, and even customize the graph to display the data in a way that is easy to understand. So in this presentation, I will show you how to use Adalo to complete this task. I will also discuss the benefits of using Adalo for data visualization and how it can help you make a better investment decisions. First, let's have a brief overview for the presentation. Project overview, we'll discuss a short intro of the project. Then we'll start with the Adalo. What Adalo is, some features and functionality, and why we are using Adalo for real-time stock market data web application. Then we'll see the line graph, short intro about the line graph. Then I'll share the snapshots of the website along with the demonstration. And next are the challenges I faced throughout the development process. And at the end, I'll conclude the presentation with a Q&A session. So let's start. The real-time stock market data web application is a comprehensive platform that provides investors with instant access to real-time stock market data in initiative format. We aimed to provide a platform that would consolidate up-to-the-minute market information and empower users to make well-informed decisions with ease. This web application fetches data from all over various APIs and brings it to users in a user-friendly format. So let's begin with Adalo. What it is? Adalo is a no-code web builder, which is a user-friendly tool that simplifies the creation of native apps. It has a powerful customization, which has pre-built components and customization options. The seamless integration Seamless integration with external services and APIs makes it user-friendly. Cross-platform compatibility. It supports the creation of responsive web application that works seamlessly across various devices, including desktop, tablets, and mobile phones. Now, one must be wondering why we chose Adalo for real-time stock market web application. Well, Adalo's no-code approach makes it an ideal choice for building a real-time stock market data web application without the need for extensive coding knowledge. The drag and drop interface and the pre-built components expedite the development process, enabling the creation of a functional prototype or a fully functional app in a short period. It facilitates seamless integration with APIs and external data sources, making it easy to incorporate real-time stock market data from reliable providers. It enables the inclusion of interactive features such as real-time stock prices updates, live charts, and personalized watch lists. These elements engage users and provide them with a dynamic experience while tracking the stock market. Now, why to choose line graph? So a line graph is first, let's have a short intro about it. Well, a line graph is a visual representation of data points connected by straight lines, typically used for displaying charts of trends and overtime changes. The x-axis represents the independent variable, and for our chart, it is representing the time, while the y-axis represents the dependent variable. Here we are representing high column for the data set. Line graphs are commonly used in various fields, including finance, to illustrate the relationship between variables and identify patterns or fluctuations in data. Choosing the graph in Adalo for a real-time stock market web application offers several advantages that enhance the user experience and the data visualization. Clear trend visualization. The line graph effectively displays the trend of stock prices over time, allowing users to quickly identify patterns, fluctuations, and overall market movements. The line graphs are widely recognized and a familiar chart type, making it easy for users to interpret and understand stock market trends at a glance. They can display multiple stock prices on the same chart, enabling users to compare the performance of different stocks or indices side by side. Adalo's line graphs are responsive, adapting seamlessly to various screens and devices, ensuring a consistent and user-friendly experience across various platforms. Next in line are the snapshots of the web application, the name of the web application, the sign up button, and already have an account is the text that is linked to a login page. Here is the login page with the two columns for email and for password. Next is the sign up page, as same as the login page, but with a enter a valid password tag. This will be the home page specifying the high chart for the data set. On the x-axis, we have date, and on the y-axis, we are displaying high. The data set for the web application, first is name, which is a default property. It is always created when you first create a new database. Next is open, close, high, low, volume, and date. All these 5 properties are similar to the data provided, the raw data provided for the task. We have just to create the property first and then link it to the database in order to fetch the same column to that data. Okay, now let's have demo about the website. So here we are on the web application. It's visible, right?
No, your web application is not visible.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it is visible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So first chart is for the high. Here we are displaying high on the y-axis. It is in the range of 5,000. Then the next number is 10,000 and 15,000. So why we chose to display in 5,000. Well, the data we have been provided is also in the range of thousands, and the last number is around 1,600. So getting it to in the range of 5,000 is very much easy for the user to read the data and see where the fluctuations and the variations in the data set are. Here the dates displaying are in the descending order of the IDs. We are displaying it by the sorted version. Let me show you from the application. Here, this is the sorting. We have set it to high to low, which means that the data will be presented from descending order. Next is the low chart, which is also presented in the range of 5,000. So 5,000, 10,000, and 15,000. The data is arranged in the data sorted from the IDs, that is high to low. Similar to open and close, this is for the volume, which has much greater fluctuations than the other column. So the user can easily find out where the highs and lows are from the data set. It is also displayed in the same manner for x-axis. So this was the demonstration with a logout button right here. Let's see the components from where we got all of these. Okay, so right here, the addition sign. This is the marketplace, and the graphs are basic components in Adalo, but they are not already present in the Adalo. You have to install the kit. So by going to the marketplace, you by searching here, right here, go for charts, and this will be the chart kit. I have already installed it, so this button is disabled for me, and it will be installed automatically to the your profile and displayed as installed. So basically, this kit has three different charts, that is a line chart, bar chart, and a pie chart. We are using line chart right now, as the data set has two little variations, and we need to display each and every variation in a user-friendly format that the user will be easier for them to understand and make desired options, informed decisions. So just add the data set, the component here, and first column you need to select what this chart is about. So in my case, I have set the data set, which is the data set I have imported from the CSV file. Then here is the custom filter option. Now, what's a custom filter? I'll explain. This will check if all these conditions are true, and only if these conditions are true, the chart will be displayed. And if this is false, it will be a blank space for that space. So what the condition date is before 1 year from now, it will go backward. And this date is for time. So I am displaying date in 1 year backward and time from 12 hours behind. The AND is a logical operator. Also, you have OR. AND and OR are two logical operators. So it will check if this one, what would we say? This one condition is true, and then this other condition is true, then this chart will be displayed. You can also add conditions. There's no end, I must say. That's a very good choice, very good advantage using Adalo charts. The other is OR, which means that if these conditions are not true, then it will go and check about these filters. And if these filters are true, it will show the chart according to these filters we have set. I haven't set any OR condition because I have already used an AND condition right now here. Next is the sorting. I have selected a ID for high and low. It will go in the descending order. they also have a variety of range for every column. Right now we are dealing with high, so we can use from low to high or high to low. But using low to high for the high column will result in a direct line graph, a straight line graph. So I felt using ID for high to low is a much easier and effective choice. The x-axis value can be set from here. I'm choosing right now data set. You can also, by just clicking on this magic text, you will get columns from all the data set you have, from the data set you have already chosen before. So all the columns from that data set I have choosing right now is the high column. As this chart is for high, I'll choose a low for low, and volume, it will go respectively. The format, yes, the format matters. I must say that displaying it in the month format was all messed up. It was all stick to each other, and for me it was very hard to read the data. For our users, they will be using the chart for first time. It would be very hard for them as well. So sorting it as in the format of date, which is date, month, and year, is a easier way for them to understand the chart. Next is the y-axis. So you can this is the thing where from you can click and add the values. Okay, yeah, right here I am dividing the chart by 0.10, which means that right now we are dealing with the data which is around 1000. Okay, and it needs to be rounded up at some point, and it will be displayed in that range. So by dividing it from 0.10, I have got the range of 5000, and it is displaying in the default banner that is 5000, 10,000, and 15,000. Next, here is the styling component. The chart title, it will be displayed here. This is for the high chart. So it will be here, and the x-axis and y-axis. So this is for y-axis, and this is for x-axis respectively. The data points, you can also toggle it, but using the data points toggle for y labels was kind of messed up, because all the data was written here, right here, and that wasn't user friendly. So by using just a data points toggle was pretty much better choice. Now let's get back to the presentation. So we are all done with the website demo. That was all for that. Just a minute, sir. Why is it paused?
You can reshare the screen.
Okay.
Copy the screen share and share it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Now is it visible?
Now I can see web demo. PPT.
Okay, I'll do it now. Okay. Okay. So next are the challenges for design customization. Adalo, although it offers a wide range of customization using different components and different themes, it has a wide range. But getting to the aesthetic, what you have thought in your mind was was a challenge, although for beginner it was good. The next one is the limited variations in the data set. The data set is going from very too little variations. That's the endpoints. So the data set, if we keep choosing it on the on different ranges, it will show a very straight line. That would not be user friendly for the users to read the data what we are presenting it in the chart. Scaling and the axis labels, which configuring the scaling of the graph and setting approximate axis labels to represent the data accurately can be challenging. Finding the right balance between granularity and readability is essential to ensure the graph conveys the highs and lows data in a clear and meaningful way. The data integrity and validation, validating the data set's integrity and accuracy is essential to avoid displaying erroneous or misleading information, malicious information. Proper data validation and error handling mechanism are necessary to maintain the data. So in conclusion, this has been an invaluable learning experience for me as an intern. Through the guidance of this project, I have gained hands-on knowledge of reading data from a CSV file and utilizing Adalo's powerful features to create a dynamic and interactive web application. Building the Adalo website from scratch and uploading the HDFC Bank CSV file to the database provided me with a real-world application of data integration. The process of designing a screen to display highs and lows and using Adalo's chart component to plot the graph was both challenging and fulfilling. Customizing the chart component allowed me to present the data in a usually appealing and easily understandable format, ensuring a seamless user experience. So as I move forward, I'm excited to continue honing my skills in app development and exploring the boundless possibilities this will offer. Some reference links that have helped me throughout the process. One is for the forum. I've searched about the dividing on the formulas and got the answer from this website. Next is the Trello.com. This is the data set, raw data set provided for the task. Rectizy, I have used some images from this website. It's a free website, ChatGPT, to create some presentation points. And next is the Adalo. This is the marketplace from where I have downloaded the chart kit. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to any questions you may or discussions you may have. Also, you can contact me through the email mentioned below. Thank you.
Okay, so I hope your presentation is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, first of all, good presentation as always. Even last time you had given a really great presentation. It was certainly above average, well explained, I would say well put together. I think in your project that you have created, charts were on the right side of the screen. They were not centered. So can you tell me why?
Yes, I did it because this logo was in between displaying the chart. So when they were in between, so this logo was right here on the y-axis.
Sorry?
Is it visible to you?
No, I can see the Q&A screen of PPT. Yeah, now it is visible.
Right now?
Yeah.
So I was saying that this logo was right on the y-axis when they were in the center of the screen. So I shifted to the left side, so it will be easier to read the data on the y-axis.
Okay. And second is that you have created multiple charts for high and low. I think, do you think it is possible to create one chart and let the user choose what chart he want to, let us say,
yes,
if I want to say high. So
that would be very
possible.
That would be very efficient for the users, but using the Adalo basic chart kit, there is no option to create two similar data set on one chart. I mean, we need to upgrade the plan to use that component and all that features from the chart kit. But though it is completely possible, and also it will be very effective for users to compare the data for low and high, that would be very effective.
Okay, so and charts are responsive, right?
Yeah, charts.
Can you zoom
It's
in and zoom out at the chart?
sure.
Zoom in and zoom out on the chart itself. You are in mobile view, that is why.
Right now we are dealing with high data, so it will take much more time to load than the other project. Right now we are zoomed in for approximately 125%.
Okay, so can you zoom in and zoom out on the chart? The chart, not the web page, the chart that you have created.
Oh, you mean here?
No, in the preview. Let us say I only want to get the information of 3 days. So can I zoom in and zoom out in the chart?
3 days? Sorry, I didn't get you, sir.
See, you have date and a high, right, on the X and Y axis, correct? So
Yeah.
let us say instead of all the dates, I want to zoom in to only see the information of 3 dates. So when I zoom in using my mouse scroll, I should only be having information of 3 days, right?
Okay, I get it what you mean.
No, you are actually changing the size of your screen. I am talking about the chart component.
Oh, so zooming into a particular component about the chart.
Yeah.
Up to my knowledge, I don't think that is possible to do. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That should be, I think, possible because let us say you have 30,000 data points, correct? So
Yeah.
fitting all that together, it will not be clearly visible, correct? Because 30,000 data points will be clustered together, correct? So let us say if user can zoom in on that chart specifically, where your mouse is trying to zoom in and zoom out using your mouse scroll. Just use your mouse scroll on the line chart. Is something happening? No, right? So that is what I tell about responsiveness. Okay. So also do research on these things if this is possible or not. Maybe it is some kind of paid feature, but try to do some research on it, because when we are giving the project to the end user, so these things will matter. Okay, so even though you are using free tier, but you should have knowledge about these things, correct? So
yeah,
work on these things. Other than that, your presentation was really well done, well put together. Content was also good, and also presentation project demonstration was also really well done. Okay, you explained all the components clearly, but when we are talking about a project that can be given to an end user, okay, so that makes quite a difference, right? So that is why I asked if it is possible to only have one chart and change the high and low. So let us say you can zoom in or zoom out on the chart itself, right? So do some research on this kind of
even
thing.
I had a thought about creating a button that will sort the data and automatically will refresh the data on the page. That was the thought I was going to design, but then I looked upon the and it is all real time. So upgrading to the app can be a choice to do that.
Okay, sure, no issues. You can just do some research on responsive chart, or let us say zooming in and out on the chart. Okay, chart component. Just search this keyword in the URL, then you will get much more better answers in Google. Okay, so try to do some research on that. Other than that, this is enough for now. Okay, for your task, this is really enough. You don't have to add anything else. But as I said, it is good thing to do some more research on your own for your own knowledge, that will be better. Okay.
Okay, sir. I'll use the forums and everything, the videos, and I'll get back to you if I found the answer.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Bharti. So I think we can conclude the session for the day. you are the last presentation for today, and it is already 9. So thank you for joining. We'll continue the session tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, thank you.